All right, guys. So I plan to be brutally honest here in this video, and I hate to be that guy. Okay. I really don't want to be that guy. I've been optimistic for a long time, but I think you need to know this. Okay. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Okay. If you want to be sugarcoated and, marinated to hear some bad news, well, this is not the video for you. And that's unfortunate, but maybe someone else will tell you how it is. Maybe not. Who knows? Here in this video, I think it's very important to establish one thing. At this point, AMC stock is going to die and go bankrupt, and you will lose all of your money. Or AMC stock is going to make you a lot of money, probably in the not so distant future. Now, not so distant future could be soon. That could be tomorrow. Well, technically on Monday. That could be 12 months from now. That's all relatively soon. It feels like, we're still in 2023. It's 2024, guys. It feels like Rona was like 2 weeks ago, at least from my perspective. Maybe like 2 months ago. We'll give it that. Okay. So you get the idea. First things first. Mathematically speaking, which anyone can throw terminology out there, market manipulation, all of that. And I think that's going on. I think that's been going on. Market manipulation. I think there's synthetic shares out there. I think AMC is hundreds of percent sold short. I do. Can I quantify that? Can I show you data that proves that? No. I've just been watching AMC every single day for the better part of 2.5, 3 years now. And that's what it looks like to me. It doesn't look like shorts were ever incentivized or had to cover on short positions like we were hoping would ultimately happen. So where we are now, mathematically speaking, AMC will go bankrupt if AMC's share price stays at $5, $6, $7, $8, $3, doesn't matter. In this range, AMC mathematically will go bankrupt. AMC has $9.3 billion worth of debt. Out of that debt coming due, a good chunk of it's for 2026. That's why Adam Aron and the executives at AMC are pretty panicked right now. It's not a pretty situation. So there's roughly about $2.5 billion that comes due in 2026. A little bit more, a little bit less, in that neighborhood. Okay. We can find out the exact number, but I don't think it really matters because AMC is far off of being able to repay that debt coming due in 2026. Far off. Even if they refinance, they're not looking so good for 2026. And markets sniff that out ahead of time. And we'll talk about that a little bit more here in just a second. But Adam Aron can issue about 300 million shares. Now, if Adam Aron came out and said, hey, markets, we're going to sell 300 million shares like as soon as possible, the stock would probably drop to like $2 very quickly, maybe $1, maybe 50 cents. So I don't think that's obviously realistic, right? Let's say this next round of dilution is 50 million shares. Let's say Adam Aron comes out and announces that. Well, AMC stock's probably going to drop to the 4, maybe low 4s. Let's say $4.50. Let's give AMC a little bit more benefit than that. AMC would raise $225 million. It doesn't even come close to being able to pay off that debt coming due in 2026. Not even remotely close. In fact, if AMC was able to raise all 300 million shares, still at $4.50, they would only raise $1.35 billion, which is, by my calculations, less than half of the debt coming due in 2026, or right about half of the debt coming due in 2026. It's not enough. Not even close. Mathematically speaking, if AMC's share price does not rise, AMC will go bankrupt and the stock will die. That is one thing that I think is negatively affecting AMC stock right now, on top of the dilution, is the markets are not stupid, okay? Everyone knows AMC can issue 300 million shares. Everyone knows where AMC's share price is at. Everyone knows how much debt is coming due soon in 2026. Soon. 2026 is relatively soon. The numbers don't add up. And I hate to be that guy, but AMC's never going to have enough free cash flow or profits to make even a slight dent in this number. So they have to issue shares to be able to do that. And I think it sucks to say this unless, AMC does something just crazy that's really positive, which does not look likely at this point. The only way to get AMC stock higher from here, to remotely have a chance to get shorts covering, is to say, we're no longer going to dilute shareholders. Dilution is done with for the next 6 to 12 months. Whatever works. 6 months, great. 12 months, even better. AMC stock would be able to rise, and I'm sure some shorts would say, yeah, we got to get out of this short position because it's probably going to do well over the next 6 to 12 months, and we don't want to carry losses potentially even into a new year in 2025, right? We're better off covering now at multi-year lows. And that sucks because that is the only lever that Adam Aron can really pull right now that is tested to work, right? They did this in 2022. AMC stock went up like 80%. Which 80% from here is not enough, but I do think AMC stock is still hundreds of percent sold short. I think a commitment to not diluting shareholders would probably send AMC stock back to about 10, maybe $11, $12, back to where you were in November, around $11 per share, right before AMC reported good earnings, but really crushed it after the dilution. Yeah, probably back into that range. Let's say market liquidity comes back in. Let's say people start buying stocks again. Maybe the economy ultimately avoids a recession and, things are going okay for AMC fundamentally. Then the stock could rally even higher than that. And that is the only chance that AMC has to stay alive. Let's be honest. 5 years from now, if Adam Aron does not do what I just laid out, AMC, at least the stock, will not exist. Will the company exist? Will the theaters exist? Probably. I mean, I'm sure someone will come in and buy AMC theaters at, bottom barrel prices after they go through bankruptcy proceedings. Nobody's going to step in and take on $9 billion of debt, plus, cash out shareholders. That's not going to happen. So, I mean, I know it sucks. I know, people don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. I was hoping it did not come down to this. I didn't think AMC would be at $5 per share, but I also did not think Adam Aron was going to be fiscally irresponsible with AMC and to AMC shareholders. I didn't think that. I used to, give Adam Aron a lot of credit and a lot of, free range, if you will. Figured he was going to do what was best for AMC. And the last couple of months have really showed me, ever since the court proceeding, that's not the case, right? If we had just went through last earnings in November and nothing happened, let's say AMC didn't, AMC stock would probably be in the teens right now, since the markets just did very well following AMC's last earnings. The markets did awesome, just ripped higher. AMC did not. It did the opposite. It continued to fall. I mean, let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. Let me know if there's something else that could cause AMC stock to go higher. Now, I think the beautiful part about this is I think Adam Aron will do the right thing. At least I'm hoping that Adam Aron says, yeah, we got to get AMC stock up, because maybe his lawyers, advisors, someone else is telling him, like, hey, you're not going to be able to pay off your debt. You're either not going to be able to dilute shareholders, because, I mean, the next time you do that, AMC stock is going to be a penny stock, right? Like $3 per share if they dilute another 40 million shares. At that point, you're not even bringing in money that even makes sense to do that anyways. Or you just don't dilute shareholders and don't make an announcement, don't make a commitment, because what it really is a commitment to not diluting. So if you say you're not going to dilute shareholders for 6 months, let's say, you're not going to dilute shareholders for 6 months. You can get in some big trouble for saying that and then ultimately doing that and diluting shareholders if you say you're not going to. So I hope Adam Aron will make that commitment, hopefully soon. I mean, because he really messed up in the last couple of months. And I think he understands that as well. I don't know if he knows that's the only way to fix it, though, or try to give AMC a fighting chance. If it looks like AMC has a fighting chance, then stock probably does well. Could do very well from here. But if Adam Aron does not give AMC a fighting chance, unfortunately, this stock will die. And, that's unfortunate. Because, I mean, just if Adam Aron had not done any dilution following last earnings, the markets rallied huge after AMC reported earnings. AMC did not rally at all. The broader markets did spectacular. And AMC would probably still right now be in the teens if we hadn't got that dilution. Even after the last couple of days of selling and weakness here for some of your small and mid cap stocks. So it's a little bit unfortunate in that regard. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I mean, I'm getting kind of nervous here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Because shorts, they're never going to cover on a stock that looks like it's going bankrupt. I mean, it would have to take some kind of crazy announcement, some kind of crazy rally out the blue, some kind of crazy good news to get shorts in AMC to cover. That kind of changes the trajectory of the business itself. It's kind of like Carvana. Everyone thought Carvana was going to go bankrupt. Literally everyone. I even thought Carvana was probably going bankrupt. What happened? Well, Carvana had some good news here and there. They were able to raise capital off of their share price. The business just kept getting better, but Carvana was able to raise capital at good prices, and the markets actually love that, right? And Carvana stock, you can see it was at a low of $3.55. Today it's at $47. That low was hit in December of 2022. So 2023 was a great year for Carvana. Is that going to happen to AMC? If Adam Aron wants it to, then this similar kind of setup is there. If Adam Aron wants AMC to go bankrupt, that's what I fear right now. I fear that Adam Aron wants AMC to go bankrupt for whatever reason or another. You can make any speculations you want there. Or he doesn't have the intelligence to avoid that, which both of those are not exactly great. So let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. Seriously, I really want your opinions on what you think about this because, I mean, it's a tough situation overall. It is. But I'm not going to be the one that did not say anything about this when the writing is clearly on the wall right now. So, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.